Hey, what's up everyone? Today I've got a review for you on this BenQ ScreenBar Halo monitor light. Now this I purchased off Amazon, and if you have a look on the Amazon description, you can see there's like a 1,451 reviews, and it's got some really decent reviews. And this is basically a light bar that goes across your screen. It's got a little remote control that allows you to adjust the light. It's got 3 different modes, and it's designed to help you things like eye strain, especially in the winter months. It's getting darker now. I've got a home office and I'd like to have a bit more light. I've noticed I'm straining my eyes. Even though I've got a 27-inch screen, it's fairly close to me. I think the darkness doesn't really help, so I'd like to have something that lights up the room a bit better, lights up my screen and gives me a little less eye strain. So you can see it comes with this nice little controller that's remote, and even on a curved screen this works. And one thing to bear in mind is when you're looking at this and buying this, you have to get the adapter if you have got a webcam on top of your screen, which I do. So you have to get the adapter as well that goes on top, and this is about £18. And this thing's about £160, but I'll leave a link below so you can check out all the details and look at all the information. Now this, I watched a few YouTube videos on this and it looked really decent, and it is quite expensive for what it is, but I've heard that the quality is very, very good. I'm always doing reviews on my channel. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, and these are things that I like to use. I try to give you my honest opinion. So today I'm going to unbox this, and I'll also later on give you my final verdict on this video, which will be at the end of this video. See whether I liked it, if it did the job or not, if I thought it was any good, and hopefully then it will help you save money, whether you should get this or not. So let's get into the unboxing. So straight away, this is how it came from the Amazon package. And so inside, got this nice kind of grey box, and so on the box itself, let's get this stuff out of the way. So on the box itself, you can see that it's got the bar, picture of the remote, says smart lighting, and there's nothing really else on the back other than a barcode and a bit of a description. So let me just get this open. So inside it says, hello, this is Halo, and we've got the actual bar itself, which feels really weighty actually. It's got quite a bit of weight to it. Let's just I'll get everything out of the box first. So that's the kind of bar itself. And then over here, it says hello Halo again. We have got some quick start guide. So it shows you how to get this set up. Obviously it's in different languages. That's the quick start guide. And then got some service information, which I'm not too bothered about. All right, okay, so that's that. And then we've also got some batteries for the remote, which is cool. We've got here, not sure what that is, some sort of attachment, but I imagine that's to balance the bar on your screen. This is all just plastic. And then we've got the remote, and this is nicely, again, really, really nice weight on this. Feels really high quality. Just gonna take this off. So yeah, so it feels really, really nice quality. This is like a metal, and this is plastic. It's got like a rubber base at the bottom to stop it from moving around. So I think it'll look really cool, especially on your desk. It'll look really nice and smart, nice and neat. So that's good. And then going back to the bar. Okay, I had to do a quick jump cut there because there's quite a lot of packaging. It's hard to get off. So this is what it looks like. It's got this steel or metal finish, which looks really, really nice in this kind of silver. And at the bottom, you can see the LED light panel. And then you've got this section here, which is like plastic, but that bit's metal, which is this arm that kind of moves. And then on the back, you can see it says BenQ. And again, this is fairly weighty, so it's got a nice weight to it. And then here you've got the USB. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna set this up, and then I will reset the camera and show you what it looks like and see if it's any good or not. Hey, just as I'm setting this up, I thought I'd explain what this looks like as I'm actually doing it. So the first thing that I've done, I've obviously got this out of the box, and I'm trying to put this on my screen, and the first bit that I saw in the box was that extra plastic piece. Now this is a Philips 27-inch curved screen. So on a curved screen, on the attachment, you have to add this little bracket that is at the bottom. So if I just lift this up, you can see there's this small bracket piece that comes that you can connect with it. So on a curved screen, it does say this on the instructions, but just to make you aware, you add that to it, and that way when you actually put this on top of your screen and you actually allow it to kind of fall forward and balance, it's in the right position. So you have to get this so that it's flat. It needs to be flat, so it needs to be, trying to do this with one hand while holding the camera there, like that. It needs to balance like that so that it's completely flat. So if you look around the front of my screen now, you can see it's in the right position. So this is kind of my setup really, and this is why I wanted this for this additional light. But if you see at the back, it nicely balances, and then the additional part that you need to buy if you've got a webcam. So at the moment, I've got this Logitech webcam, and effectively there's nowhere for this to go. It's got nowhere for it to seat. So what you do is, I haven't done this bit yet, but you'll use a sticky pad. This is magnetic, so this part is magnetic, so it comes off, but it sticks as a magnet. And then what I will do is I'll stick this on there so that this has got a place for the camera to sit, so it'll be like that. So that'll stick on there, and then that way the camera has a place to balance. So again, I'm going to do this in a moment, and I'll show you the full setup once it's all complete. All right, so I've spent the last 5-6 minutes setting this up, and it's pretty easy to set up as long as you've got the right attachments for your monitor. If you've got a completely flat monitor, you don't need any attachments, but if you've got a curved, you need to add that little section that I showed you that included in the box. So I've now got my web camera up here. Now, sorry it's dark in here because I need to show you how this works, but I've switched all my lighting off so you can see or get an idea what it looks like. So webcam is attached to the webcam mount, and that's a really strong magnet that holds that in place that you can unclip if you need to. And yeah, overall it's really good. So the balance is just on the bezel itself, so it's not actually covering any of the screen, and it looks pretty good. And down here I've got the remote control. So I'm just going to switch this on so you can get a feeling. It's very hard to show this on camera because it obviously depends on the lighting you've got in the room, but it might give you an idea or an indication of what it looks like. So starting off, I'm just going to kind of go back, and if I kind of show you, apologies, there's light in the background as well, but if I just press the button to switch it on, so all I'm doing is press the button to switch it on, and then you'll get an idea of what it looks like. And this is with the bright white light currently connected. So if I switch it on, there you go, it's lit up. I don't know if you can see that very well, but there's a light currently on at the back for the kind of backlight, and up here as well you can see the light, and it's kind of shining on the screen. So it's not super bright, but it's bright enough to give you that extra edge that you might need when you're kind of working. So on the little controller here, the first thing you've got is that you can press the brightness button here, which is just in the top right hand corner. If I press that, you see the whole thing lights up, and you can then start adjusting the brightness by moving the toggle. So if I start scrolling to show you on the screen what it looks like. So if I scroll down, you can see the lights kind of disengage, and then the lights re-engage again. So it's on full brightness at the moment. And if I scroll back and show you, this is as I turn it down. It's very hard to see on camera, but it's now dialed down to its lowest setting. And if I just move around the back, the glow is decreased. So at the moment, I've got the function that I've got both the back and front light on. Now, if I just crank that back up again, so I'm going to turn it right up to max. So it's at its brightest. Oh, there we go. And then what I can do using this button here, which is this bottom button, I can switch between either having the front light on, back light on, or both. So at the moment, obviously both is on, but if I just zoom in here and show you, so I'm going to press the button once, and that switched the back light off, and now just the front light's on. If I press it again, press it again, there you go, the back light's on, and now the front light's not on. Now this is quite a nice look. So again, it's very hard to see, but it's kind of made it a nice relaxing feel to the screen, having that glow in the background, which is quite nice. You see it reflecting off my wall. Yeah, that's really good. If I press it again, so I press it one more time, and now I've got the front light on only, and the back light is also disengaged. So yeah, you can kind of switch between the two. Again, it's hard to show this on camera, completely getting the idea, but it is a nice light. Now at the moment, this is a really bright white light, but if you press this button here, that will allow you to change the warmth. So hopefully you can see this. So I'm gonna, that is now this more kind of orange color. Actually, you can see it on the desk a bit more. So if I turn it back to what it was, you can see the whiteness. So it's gone really, really bright white now. If I turn it back around, it tends to go to this kind of warm orange color. So that could be really nice if you're kind of reading something or you're watching a movie or something on your screen. That could be really good to have a bit of a warmer light. So depending on what you prefer, that's a really nice setting. And I really like that, the fact I can change that, because sometimes in the morning when it's dark, I like to have it really bright just so that I feel alert. And in the evenings when I'm kind of settling down a bit more, I might decide to have it a bit more chilled and a bit more relaxed. So that's really cool. I like that a lot. And then we've got this other function here, which is a favorite. So you can hit the heart button. It's hard to see on camera because it's reflection, but there's a heart button on there, and that allows you to add a favorite mode. So you can set it and save that as a favorite and press that heart mode, and it will go back to your favorite setting again. And then here is called auto dim. So when you press that, again, I'll just show you the screen, what it looks like. But if I press auto dim, it just dims everything. Let's press that again. So this is the first time I'm using this, so I'm showing you live. But auto dim, yeah, so auto dim's kind of turned it down. So yeah, it's kind of turned it down. And then if I go back up again, so that's max, press auto dim again. Yeah, and it turns it back down again. Oh, that's a bit weird. I'm not sure what that's doing. Oh yeah, it has done it now. It's adjusted it. So it took a few seconds, but it adjusts it. So I think it adjusts according to the light conditions, but according to the instructions, the auto dimming, just a tap button to enable auto dimming mode. It doesn't really say anything else, but yeah, I guess it's making it slightly dimmer, I guess, I think. And if I go back here, I'm not sure. I'll have to play around with that. But anyway, this is just to give you an idea of what this is like. I really like it so far, but I'm going to use this for the next few weeks, and I'll get back to you with my kind of honest review, what I think it's like, if it's worth the money, because this is 160 odd pounds, so it's quite a lot of money to invest. But if you've got, if you rate your screen a lot like I am, I work from home and I've got multiple screens here, I've got lots of screens, and I like to have the optimum light conditions so my eyes don't get tired. So hopefully this is going to help, but I'll let you know how I get on in the next couple of weeks. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up, please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you on the second part of this video. Hey everybody, welcome back. So I've now been using this BenQ ScreenBar Halo for about 2.5 weeks. I just wanted to give you my impressions and what I think, and if it's actually worth the price. So first of all, what I've noticed is that it has assisted with my kind of focus and attention, especially on these really, really crappy dark mornings that we get in the UK at the moment in the winter. Is this something I'll use in the summer? Probably not, but it is something I'm definitely going to use on the darker nights, and if I'm working during the night time, which I sometimes do. So it is very good for that. It's also very good for just giving yourself a bit more illumination around your desk. And I found that what I've predominantly done is I don't have the backlight on as much. The backlight is good if you are just chilling out, maybe watching a film or a YouTube video or something. But when I'm trying to focus, I always have the front light on, and I usually have it on its white light. I tend to find that works really well for me personally, where some people might like it a bit more chilled and have it on the kind of the kind of yellower, darker light, which is a bit more natural. But I like the bright light, especially in the morning. It kind of keeps me awake and keeps me alert, and especially if I'm reading a document that's got a lot of information on there, I found that to be really, really helpful. Now, going back to my original video, I think I pressed the auto dim function. I wasn't too sure what it does. Well, when you do press the auto dim function, it literally halves, it goes back to the halfway point of the light. So it will just literally go to half, and then you can turn the dial back up again to whatever you want it to. But I don't ever use that function really. Generally, when I switch it on and it's left on its normal setting all day. I have it on as bright as I can, and that's good enough for me. I know some of the comments said, people said that it's not bright enough. I haven't found that. I found that on my 27-inch display, it's bright enough for me, and I noticed the difference straight away. I also have a bit of reflection off my desk, which I think probably helps because I've got a white desk, so that's pretty good as well. The backlight would probably work very well if you have got a wall to the back of your screen. Now my screen's got quite a bit of distance behind it, so I don't generally find I get much illumination other than a slight glow. But if you have a wall behind you or something reflective, I think you'd really notice that light at the back. Now going to the price, this costs, you know, 160 odd pounds. Is it worth it for that kind of price point? I'm not sure. I mean, I don't mind because I found I've got a good use out of it. I really like it, but I don't know if it's worth what they're charging for it. I say if it's £100, it would probably be worth it. And I think it's very, very high quality. The control feels of a very, very high quality as well. It works well. It just does exactly what it says in the tin. And it looks pretty decent as well. It looks like a nice thing on your, to go with all the rest of your, equipment. But if you can get it on a deal, I would say go for it. But if you can't, you've got to pay full price when it's up to you. So whether there's one of the things, whether you really need it, could be worth it. I like it. I think it's a great product. I think they've put a lot of thought and attention and detail into it. I especially like the fact that they've come with all the parts for a curved screen. And it just looks like it's part of the screen when it's fitted. So I really like the way that it looks. I really like the finish and the fit. Yeah, I think it's a great product. I said, I've left a link in the description below. If you've got any questions or comments, one thing to mention, if you ever see the light starts to flash, it's because you don't have enough power drawing in from your USB socket. So you may need to get some external power or an external USB to do that. I haven't had that problem, and I've simply had it plugged into my laptop and it's worked absolutely fine. But I saw some comments of people saying that it didn't work very well, it was flashing. So keep that in mind. If you've got a low powered device, you might struggle with this particular light. But other than that, it's great. If you've got any questions or comments, leave them in the comments area below. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up and I shall catch you in the next video.